Hello. Today I want to talk about leverage. This is inspired by something Alex Hormozi teaches about value and selling to the right customer. But more importantly, this is based on what happened when I applied it in real life. Let me start with credibility. Within 1 year, one of my business units more than doubled its performance. At the same time, gross profit margins improved significantly, reaching as high as 75 to 80% in some months. All of this happened without increasing ad spend. Same business, same team, very different outcome. Now let me explain what changed. Before, I was focused on fine dining, selling seats, small tables, limited covers. The problem was simple. The harder I worked, the more people I needed. More people meant more salaries. More salaries meant higher staff meals, electricity, water, and supplies. Everything went up. I was working longer hours, getting more tired, and seeing only small improvements in profit. Number 1, volume without leverage is a trap. When you sell time and seats, growth comes with rising costs. You do not scale profit. You scale effort and stress. At the same time, I tried lowering prices to attract more customers. And yes, I got more customers, but they were not the right ones. They were demanding. They complained more. They negotiated everything. Here is something that really clicked for me. When people spend a large portion of the little money they have, the purchase feels painful. And painful purchases create demanding behavior. Number 2, cheap customers are expensive. They cost time, they cost energy, they cost focus, and they rarely reward excellence. So I changed direction. Instead of selling small experiences, I focused on higher value outcomes. We shifted from fine dining to catering and events tied to life milestones like weddings and private celebrations. Same kitchen, same skills, bigger problem solved. At the same time, on the education side, I increased tuition across all programs. Here is what happened. Student count stayed roughly the same. Commitment improved. Sales increased significantly. And the quality of clients and students improved across the board. Number 3, higher prices attract better behavior. When people pay more, they value more. When they value more, they commit more. This applies to food. It applies to education. It applies to most service businesses. Quick pause here. If you like this content, please leave a comment and give me better direction on what you want me to talk about next. And if this is useful, maybe subscribe too. Back to leverage. Another big shift was marketing efficiency. I spent roughly the same amount on ads, but the results improved dramatically. Not because of better ads, but because the offer and the customer were better aligned. Number 4, leverage comes from the offer, not from working harder. I stopped asking how to sell more units. I started asking how to increase value. I stopped chasing volume. I focused on designing better outcomes for the right people. This is not about being greedy. This is about alignment, selling to people who can afford the value, who want the transformation, who are willing to invest in the result. That shift changed my business in 1 year, and it might change yours too. There is one more thing I want to add, because this part is usually misunderstood. Raising prices alone does not fix a broken business. If you raise prices but keep the same weak offer, you just create anger. If you raise prices but do not improve delivery, you lose trust. What actually worked for me was this combination. I increased price and improved clarity. I increased price and reduced noise. I increased price and focused on fewer, better outcomes. That focus allowed me to deliver excellence more consistently, not more expensively. Another important point, when you sell higher value, you gain time. Time to think. Time to design systems. Time to improve processes. When you sell low value at high volume, you lose time. You are always reacting, always fixing, always firefighting. One more thing people rarely talk about. Better customers give better feedback. They are clearer. They are calmer. They care about results, not drama. That feedback loop makes the business stronger over time. So if you are stuck working harder every year, but feeling like nothing really changes, ask yourself this: am I scaling effort or am I scaling value? That question alone is worth sitting with. So if you take anything from this, let it be this: leverage is not about doing more. It is about choosing better, better customers, better offers, better outcomes. When you stop selling effort and start selling value, the business gets lighter, cleaner, and more sustainable. That is what worked for me.